All right, so we'll get started on our backs today to stretch out, and then we're going to do a little bit of core. So if you need anything nearby, such as blocks or any props, feel free to grab them. And let's get started on our back to stretch a bit. Hug your knees in, draw your chin close to your chest to help lengthen out your neck. Just gently rock side to side. And then gently rock the knees forward and drive the knees in. And then drop your feet hips width distance, invite figure four. Right foot travels over your left thigh. It's great to pause here or interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Switch out your legs. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Draw your arms out to a T. And windshield wipe your knees side to side. So we're waking up hips, waking up lower back. Then draw your right knee in, extend your left leg long, and circle through the right knee, right side. Circle in both directions. Take half happy baby. Grab the outer edge of your right foot. Compress the right knee towards the right side. Right knee goes over your hip, and then move the right leg open to the right. Two more times like that, back to center. And know that you can always straighten out your leg or use a strap. Take your right leg to the right. One more time, back to center. Ground to the left side and open up your right knee to the right. Then back to center, switch out your legs. Take your left knee in and circle through left side. Circle in the opposite direction. Half happy baby on the left side. Take your right hand to your hip and then left knee over your left hip. Open left knee to the left. And back to center, two more times. And back to center, last round. And back to center, happy baby pose. It's early, you can grab the back of your thighs, your calves or ankles, or even the outer edges of your feet. Take your knees over your hips. Circle through the knees. So take your knees forward. Let your hands catch pelvic floor spill forward, out to the side, and then in towards your body. Keep going. Forward, side, in. And then opposite rotation. In, knees out to the side, and forward. All right, stamp your feet down, hips with distance, and then grab a block and place it underneath your sacrum for supported bridge pose. Lift your hips up, block goes to the second level. Pause here and breathe for 3. Lift your hips up, keep your block nearby. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet to touch, knees open wide. Take your hands to your thighs, press your thighs forward, lengthen out your spine. Take your feet hips width distance and take the block in between your thighs. We're going to warm up the core right away. So squeeze the block here, press your lower back down, take your hands behind the back of your head and lift your chest up here. Take a tiny pulse, lift 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay lifted. Take your right hand to your right ankle and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, squeeze your block. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Other side, reach and pulse 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze your block. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Regular crunches, lift as high as you can go. Then lift crunch 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach both hands forward and go right, left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and full body stretch. Slowly release your block away. Extend your legs, extend your arms. So it's nice to do those 50 crunches, just nice and early. Grab behind the back of your thighs. Rock and roll up to tabletop position. Take a couple rounds of cat-cow or any organic movements. You can circle the hips. You can sway the body right, left. Cat-cow. All right, so we'll work the back since we worked a little bit of the core. Downward facing dog. Tuck your back toes, press your hips up high, then pedal into your space. Take your right toes high, open up your hip, maybe circle a little bit. Other side. Downward facing dog. Shift your weight forward, high plank pose. You can use your knees and drop all the way down to your belly. Cobra pose, heels of the palms back, heart forward, lift. Hover down. Lift. Hover down. Widen out your hands. Find your lift. Hover down. 2 more. Lift. Hover down. 1 more. Lift. And hover down. Reach both hands forward in front of your room. Take right hand, left leg, lift. Hover. Opposite. Hover. Just 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Hands by your side, press up tabletop position, and then downward facing dog. Malasana Yogi Squat, step your feet to the outer edges. You can sit onto a block or hover your seat off of your mat. Breathe into your lower lungs. Create space into your hips and lower back. 2 more rounds of breath. Forward fold. Bring your tail up. You can remove your block away. Feet hips with distance and relax heavy. Release your hands down to the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen your spine. Hover down. 1 more, inhale, halfway lift. Hover down. Now arms out to a T, halfway lift. Hover down. 2 more, squeeze glutes, back. Hover down. 1 more. And hover down. Stand up Tadasana Mountain Pose. Reach all the way overhead for a side body stretch. Grab your right wrist, bend left. Arrive back up to center, bend right. Arrive back up to center, chest expansion. Hands go back behind you, knuckles go down and away. Drop your chin down to your chest and breathe. Lift your head up, bring your knuckles over to the left, right ear, right shoulder. Back to center, knuckles over to the right, left ear, left shoulder. Back to center, reach your hands overhead. Grab your right wrist, step your right foot back behind you, and bend. And then other side. And back to center. Now take your hands behind the back of your head, elbows out wide. Keep your hands like this and forward fold. Micro bend your knees, slowly fold. Press the back of the head to the hands, lift up halfway, squeeze shoulders. Hover down. 4 more. Squeeze thighs, belly, back. Hover down. 3 more. Lift. Hover down. 2 more. Lift. Hover down. Last one. Hover down. Tabletop position, all fours, hands and knees. Modified side plank, left hand down, left knee down, extend right leg, right hand. And other side. Back to center. Take a wide push-up, so you can stay onto your knees here. So it's nice and early. Take your hands wide, stay onto your knees, shift your weight forward. Arrive halfway down, press up, halfway down, lift. 8 more strong, you've got this. 7, just waking up shoulders for 6. Puff up your upper back for 5. Core is still active, 4. Listen to your breath, 3. Last 2. And all the way down onto your belly. Hands by your side for regular cobra. Inhale, lift up. Hover down. 1 more, lift up. Hover down. Widen out your hands, 3 rounds. Inhale, cobra. Hover down. 2 more. Hover down. Last one. Hover down and reach both hands forward, front of your room. 5 counts. Take a right hand, left leg. Hover, opposite, hover. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tabletop position. Walk your knees in, thread your needle. Inhale your right arm high. Thread needle, right shoulder down, right ear down. Left hand by your ear, right arm high. Tabletop and other side, left arm high. Thread your needle. Right hand by your ear, left arm high. Tabletop, downward facing dog, hips go up and back. Take your right toes high, open up your hip. Knee towards the chest, curl it and crunch. Right toes go high. Knee towards the left, runner's lunge. Take your right foot to the outer edge. Slowly lower your left knee. Quad stretch. Back to center, lift your back knee. Down dog kick, open up your hip. Downward facing dog. Left side, open up your hip. Knee towards your chest. Left toes go high. Knee to the left, runner's lunge. Lower your right knee, quad stretch. All right, back up to center. Lift your back knee. High plank pose. Hold here nice and strong. Puff up your upper back. Lengthen the crown of your head forward. Squeeze upper inner thighs. And breathe for 10. Big inhales. Big exhales, 9. Keep pressing away, 8. Heels of the palms back, heart forward, 7. Stay strong, you've got this, 6. We're halfway there, 5. Almost done, 4. Last 3. Breathe, 2. Downward facing dog. Shift your weight forward, high plank, lower down onto your belly. Cobra pose, 2 rounds, lift up. Hover down. 1 more. Hover down. Tense your fingertips off to the side, lift. Hover down. 1 more lift. Drop just your right shoulder. Back to center, left shoulder. Back to center. Now extend your right arm out to the side and roll over right shoulder. Back to center, other side, roll over left shoulder. Back to center, both hands reach forward. We'll go a little bit faster. Take right hand, left leg, lift, hover, lift, lift, lift. Keep going, 10. Lift your hands, feet at the same time, lift, hover down, lift, hover, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose. Press your hips back and breathe. Shift your weight forward, tabletop for a wrist stretch. Take your tops of your hands down. Shift your weight back. Take your weight forward, shake out one wrist and then the other. Downward facing dog, press your hips up and back. Walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat. Bend your knees and fold. Release your hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Tadasana mountain pose, reach all the way up. Hands to your heart center, step to the middle of your mat, Prasarita, wide leg forward fold. When you're ready, take it down and fold. Arrive halfway up for a twist. Left hand is your base, right arm high. Half bind, left hand to the right shin, calf or ankle. Right to center, other side. Right back up to center, hands to your waist, all the way up to standing. To the right, warrior 2. Take your arms to a W. Straighten out your legs, reach overhead. Warrior 2. Take that 5. Really feel as if you're pulling something down. 4. Have a little bit of resistance. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Warrior 2 to reverse warrior. Right arm goes back. Extended side angle, reach overhead. Half bind or full. Reach both arms overhead for 5, 4, 3, 2, warrior 2, W the arms once again. Reach overhead, hold down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and a squat position. Take your hands to your thighs, drop a right shoulder rinse, left shoulder rinse. Take elbows towards the thighs, open up inner thighs. Reach your arms overhead, big X with your body. Warrior 2, left side. Same variations. W your arms. Reach overhead. Hold down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Warrior 2 to reverse warrior. Extended side angle. half or full bind. Both arms reach overhead. You've got this for 5, 4, 3, 2. W your arms, warrior 2. Reach overhead, hold down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Take your hands to your hips, turn your toes out. Hands to your heart center, squat down halfway, tiny pulses here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay low, lift your right heel, pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, drop right, lift left, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shorten your stance. Lift both heels and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, drop your heels, last pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and straighten out your legs. Reach your arms overhead. Hands to your hips. Turn to the front of your mat. Doesn't matter which leg is forward. Find a lunge. In a lunge position, go to the ball mount of your back foot and find a lunge. Hover down, straighten out, hover, straighten. 8 more. Switch out your legs. Lunge. Inhale down, lift, down, lift. 8 more. Step both feet forward. Grab your heavy set of weights, working on glutes, deadlifts. Micro bend your knees. Lift up. Know that 3-pound weights can be the heavy weights, whatever feels good for you. Be mindful of lower back and core. If you would like a block in between your thighs, feel free to take it there for a nice squeeze. When you're ready, inhale down, exhale, lift. Down, lift. 8 more. Last 3. Just 2. And 1. So we're just going to go to the knees and up, so a little bit faster. To the knees, lift, squeeze, hover down, lift. 8. All the way down to a tabletop position, bend your knees. Still can have your heavy set of weight behind the right knee and flex your right foot. You can also bring your blocks to the second level and drop down to the forearms if the wrists are tired. Square the hips, lift, and tiny pulse here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, cross, hover, lift, 8. Tiny lift and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, left side. Flex your left foot, lift in tiny pulse, 10. Cross, exhale, squeeze, lift, cross, lift, 8 more. Lift in tiny pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your left knee, tabletop position, and ditch your weight. We go back to core. So take one block with you. Come all the way down onto your back. Take your block to your left thigh, elbow towards the block, right hand behind the back of your head. So press into the block and let the block drive into the knee, and the knee press back into the block. Lift your chest, lengthen your right leg, exhale, hover in, lengthen, hover. Keep going, squeeze, lift. We're here for a little bit. Find your leg, flex your feet, keep going, crunch, lift, 10 more, press into the block, lift a little higher, last 3, 2, take the block in between your thighs, feet go down. Regular crunches, hands behind the head, lift your chest up, squeeze block, and pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax your head down. Take the block to the right thigh. Elbow to the block, drive in. Left hand behind the back of your head. Lengthen, crunch, lengthen, crunch. Really hear yourself breathe. We're here for a little bit. Know that you can kick high. Keep pressing into the block here for 10, 9, 8, flex your feet, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take your knees over your hips, relax your head. Take the block in between the thighs, hands behind the head. Lift up, crunch, crunch. You can lift your tailbone, lift. 8, squeeze your block. 8. Great job. Block stays in between the thighs. Lift your chest up. Take right hand to the right ankle. Tap, center, reach, center. 8, 7. Other side, reach, crunch. So know that after this, you'll already have done 100 crunches in your day. Super strong here. Keep crunching for 3, 2, and 1. Supported or regular bridge. Take your feet hips width distance. Lift your hips up. Breathe. Lift away from your block if you have it. Now we'll stay onto our back. If you need your weights, slowly come up to a seat. And then take the blocks or the weights next to you. Come down onto your back. Goalpost your arms with the weights. And then reach hips and arms overhead. Find your lift. Hover down, lift, hover down, 8. Stay lifted. Tiny pulse to the hips. Lift, lift, 8. Stay lifted and hold for 10. Squeeze your glutes 9. Know that the weights can go to the hips if you like, or even by your side. 5 more rounds of breath. Little bit higher, last 2. And slowly relax your glutes down. Take your arms overhead, palms together to touch. Don't drop the weights, hover over your forehead and lift, hover, lift. 8 more. Great job. Goalpost your arms. Second round, lift your hips, lift your hands, press up, lift, hover, lift, hover. 8. Keep your hips and hands lifted. Hover just the hips and exhale, lift up. Hover down, lift, hover, drive through the heels. 7 more. Slowly drop your hips, take the weights off to the side. Feet out wide, knees knocked together. And then windshield wipe your knees side to side. Grab the back of your thighs, tabletop position. You can scoot the weights towards the top of your mat. Now you can do this in high plank pose, forearm plank, or even tabletop. You'll extend your right leg back, tap towards the right, center, right, center. So if you're in high plank, right, center, forearm plank, right, center, or once again, tabletop. Let's take it for 8. Other side, take your time. Over, in, 8. Let's go to standing onto our knees, heavy set of weights, hammer curls. Standing onto the knees, heavy set of weights to the side. Exhale, lift up, curl, hover, lift, lift. Keep going here. Just 5 more. 4, 3. We go to diamond push-ups in 2. Last 1. Take your weights down, stay onto your knees, point your fingers touch, thumbs touch, shift your weight forward, bend your elbows out to the side, press up, hover, lift, 8. Nice, standing onto your knees. Grab your heavy set of weights, bicep curls, weights flip out. Exhale, lift up, curl, hover, lift. Always short sets here. Here's 8. We'll go to forearm plank with the left side. So left arm goes parallel to the top of your mat. Extend your legs long and pivot towards the left. Shoulder over the left elbow. Hands can go to the hip. You can stay here or hover hips down. Lift. 10, 9. Know that you can always switch up and pause. Lift. Lift. 4, 3, 2, hold forearm plank. Come back to center. Hold here. Breathe. 5. You can shift your weight forward and back. 4, 3, 2, and other side, right forearm goes down, left hand goes to the hip, hover, lift. 9, 4-arm plank and hold. You can shift your weight forward and back for 10. Drive through the heels, 9. Drop down to your knees. Standing onto your knees, shake that side out. Heavy set of weights, squats. So grab your weights. Take one knee down and then the other. Hands to your heart center. Let's go narrow squat, so feet hips width distance or a little bit wider. Hands can go to the heart or even down to the side. Shoulders back. You can go to the knees and lift, or down to the ground and lift. So chest stays up rather than hunching over. 8 more. Great job, all the way up to standing. Even with your heavy set of weights, take the hands down, find your lift. You can always take one arm at a time. Lift 10. All right, hands down by your side. If you want to grab a block, place it where your seat will go. Widen out your stance. Squat down to the block, tap and lift. Hover down, lift. Your pace, 10. Great job. Go ahead and ditch your block away from your body. Take your feet and hips with distance. Drop one weight. And step your right leg back. We'll dribble through the knee. Try not to drop it. You're going to dribble down around the knee for 10. Switch out your legs. Take your time and dribble. 10. Step your feet forward. Go ahead and drop the opposite weight. All right, let's go to our middle of our mat. So we're doing kind of things in sets of 10 that are equaling 50. So 50 squats, 50 crunches, 50 this, 50 that. So let's take 50 rounds cardio. So let's first take jumping jacks. Let's take 20. So here we go, 20. 10. Jump squats. Take your hands down, squat lift. Hover down, squat lift. 10. Know that you can even go lower, jump higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the jumping jacks for 20. You can always switch out the arms crossed, wide. 10. Step it out side to side. Pause with your hands, shake out just the arms. Rotate opposite way. All right, this is our last and final push. So what we are going to do is, I'll try. 5 high knees, either high plank hold for 10 seconds or mountain climbers, downward facing dog, back to the hold, back to the running high knees, okay? So know that we'll do it, I think 5 rounds, but we'll see where the count is. All right, so the top of your mat, know that you can modify anything you need. When you're ready, high knees or run in place. High knees. Let's take 50 here. So we'll just do one set, 50 rounds. So you can go slow, switch it up, we're at 40. 30. 20. Last 10. High plank pose. Mountain climbers, 10. Hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Fast as you can, mountain climbers, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. High plank pose, hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slower, fast mountain climbers, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. High plank and hold, 10, 9, Downward facing dog. Walk your hands to the back of your mat and fold, ragdoll pose. Shake out your wrist. Fold heavy. Release your hands. Rise all the way up to standing. Turn towards the middle of your mat. Warrior two, right side. Reverse triangle. Extended side angle. Reverse warrior. Triangle pose. Warrior two, other side, left knee bends. Reverse triangle. Extended side angle. Reverse warrior. Triangle pose. Slowly rise up. Squat position, Malasana. Shorten your stance, come down. All right, so we'll start ending class, cooling it down on our back. Slowly hop to the top. And then land all the way down onto your glutes. You can bring your props with you if you need. And all the way down onto your back. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet to touch, knees open wide. Supine twist, hug your right knee in, extend your left leg long. Right hip over the left. Back to center and other side. Back to center. So you can either take regular fish onto the forearms, lifting your chest. If you have two blocks, you can place one to the back of your heart and second level or highest level for the back of your head. And rest down there with your arms out to a T. Whichever variation you choose, hold 4 or longer. Now you can stay here for longer. Any final movements you need today, such as happy baby pose, plow pose, seated meditation, anything that feels good in your body. And no rush. When you're ready to settle into your space, take your time to relax your shoulders, close your eyes. And then begin to go to a space that's like a white cloud. All you see around you is just a white cloud, slight gray, feeling this sensation of mist, rain, fogginess. Time to snuggle in, stay warm, and just feel in a safe and familiar place, full of comfort and at peace at home. And as you get cozy, imagine blankets, either a weighted blanket or a fluffy blanket covering on top of you. You surrender into this space. And as you breathe, you begin to make space mentally and physically. You know, the grayness that you see with the white, like a white cloud or a fog, begins to turn into a slight color, like it's turning into a rainbow. Maybe you're at the end of the rainbow. Maybe you see this rainbow mist around you, and you can breathe it in. You bring more happiness and joy in your body, even when you surrender in stillness. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And choose if you want to be still laying down in your safe and familiar place, feeling comfortable, feeling at ease, feeling supported, or if you would like to arrive to a seat and feel and see more colors in your day and ready to open up your eyes and move. So either stay in a laying position or arrive to a seat. And draw one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Feel connected to yourself and intention, and connected to your breath and your home. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. 2 more on your own. Hands to your heart center and then to your third eye. Bow to each other's practice. Namaste. All right, great job, yogis. So that was just a little bit different, starting out with 50 crunches right away, getting into our back, strengthening 50 rounds. I think we did 50 squats around there. And so I hope you had fun with it, and actually you did 100 crunches, so good work. And I will see you soon. Thanks again for coming in.